Have you ever struggled to provide for your family? Hundreds of years later, Jacob's descendants had multiplied throughout Egypt. The reigning Egyptian king considered them a threat, so he enslaved them and made their lives miserable. Jacob's descendants cried out to God, and he heard them. Through many incredible miracles, God rescued his people out of Egypt and led them back to Canaan, where they became the nation of Israel. For a while, Israel had plenty, but eventually another famine occurred. To stay alive, Elimelech, Naomi, and their 2 sons left Israel for nearby Moab, where there was food. Sadly, Elimelech died there. Naomi and her sons stayed in Moab, even though the religion and culture were different. The sons found wives there, one named Orpah, the other Ruth. Then her 2 sons died, leaving Naomi and their wives heartbroken. When she heard that God had blessed Israel with good crops again, Naomi decided to return home. However, she encouraged Ruth and Orpah to stay in Moab. Naomi said, "I can't provide for you. Go back to your families, and may God bless each of you with the security of another marriage." Orpah followed Naomi's advice and left in tears. But Ruth said to Naomi, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." So Naomi and Ruth returned to Israel when news about Naomi's tragedy spread around the community. One day, Ruth said to Naomi, "Let me go and gather the stalks of grain left behind by those picking the harvest fields." This was something that God allowed the poor to do in Israel so they could have food. Naomi replied, "Yes, go, my daughter." Ruth went to a field that happened to belong to an important member of Naomi's family. His name was Boaz. He had heard of Ruth's faithfulness to Naomi and also saw that she worked hard and had good character. So he told his workers, "Pull out some heads of barley from the bundles you are gathering and drop them on purpose for her. Let her pick them up." When Ruth came home with a lot of grain, Naomi said, "Where did you gather all this today? May the Lord bless the one who helped you." Boaz became a means of God's redemption in Ruth and Naomi's lives. He married Ruth and reclaimed her family's land, restoring what was lost and giving them a future filled with hope. When Ruth gave birth to a son, the women in town said to Naomi, "Praise God who has not left you without hope." Boaz and Ruth named the boy Obed, which means servant of God. From his descendants would come the promised one, a redeemer like Boaz, with the power to bring all who are hopeless into God's family. What does it mean to be part of God's family and experience His provision?